What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Alright, back again with another book that you need to get. Yeah, I know some of you are tired of hearing that, but I don't care. My channel, I talk about what I want to. You should have books. I don't care how knowledgeable you are, how much you know, you need books. Because there may come a day when you have a hard time remembering something. It's easier to take the book out, look it up, and read it. Don't rely on digital files because they may come when you don't have access to electricity or devices to access said digital files. Good old-fashioned paperback books are going to be a godsend at some point. You guys have seen the ones that I'm a big fan of in the past that I've already covered here. I'll be covering more of them in the future. 100% guaranteed I will be covering more in the future. The one I want to cover today that I think you need to have, this one right here. This is the Citizen Ranger Manual, Citizen Ranger Handbook, from Professional Citizen Project. Yes. No, I do not get paid to make this video. I'm going to stop saying that because I'm fed up with it. Either you want to hear it or you don't, regardless of how or why I got it. But no, I don't get paid to do this video. I do it because I think it's valuable information that you should have. If anybody wants to pay me to start doing videos, email address is in the bio. Hook me up. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep sharing with you stuff I think you should have. This is number 6 in the Professional Citizen Project manuals. And some of you may be already saying, well, I already have a Ranger Handbook. Good. You should. This isn't a Ranger Handbook. Looks similar. It is similar, but it's not a Ranger Handbook. I absolutely love what he's done here. Now, it's very similar to other books that I love and recommend, such as my good brother Joe Dolio over at Tactical Wisdom. His book series, along with this, is probably tied for my 2 favorite ones for you to have. What makes this one different than, say, a straight Ranger manual is that they take information from a Ranger manual, they cut out some of the, I won't say fluff, but non-applicable aspects of it for us as armed prepared citizens. Because there's a lot of stuff in the Ranger manual that is really applicable to an actual Ranger unit in the big Army, with everything that comes with big Army and the government. The support, assets, logistics, all that other good stuff behind it. Armed prepared citizens, we don't have that. So this takes a lot of that information that is applicable to us, and it kind of cuts out the stuff that isn't, and then the stuff that is puts it in an easier to read format. If you've ever read a military training manual, whatever FM it is, they can be hard to get through sometimes because they are written purely from a technical ABCD point of view. And some people have a real hard time, they struggle getting through that. I get it. I've been reading them for, I don't know, 35, 40 years. And still, oh God, not another one of those. Every time I see one, there's something I want to find out in it. So this gives you that stuff in a manner that's easier to digest, easier to understand for the average layperson, someone that doesn't have any military experience or background. It's just really well done and laid out. And I want to read something. Yes, I got to get the Mark I motto, reading assist devices. I'm going to read you 2 paragraphs from the opening part right here. The CRH, Citizen Ranger Handbook, uses the current version of the U.S. Army Ranger Handbook as the base document. Authors have retained most of the original Ranger Handbook and modified it to be usable for a volunteer citizen unit. Okay? This manual is the execution of the foundational skills and tactics in the CM-1 and CM-2 manuals. If you're wondering about CM-1 and CM-2, two of my favorites, CM-1 is basic skill, individual tactical skills, and reconnaissance. Two very important things that I think are very applicable to us as armed prepared citizens. This is kind of the follow-on to those two. The CRH is a blend of Ranger Handbook, Scout Recon, and Special Operations Doctrine, but at its heart it is still an execution reference. This is for the individual who is willing and capable of putting a ruck on and leading missions. We still maintain that recon missions should be your priority. Where have you heard that before, guys? Okay. Skipping ahead. First and foremost, this is not a misappropriation of the Army Ranger or Ranger qualified title and implying equivalence to those warfighting professionals. Doesn't mean you're going to be a Ranger, okay? Does not mean you're going to be a Ranger. It's to give you tips and information to be better at doing things that we as armed prepared citizens are most likely to have to do in a bad situation, grid downtimes, or whatever. There are two versions of this. There is the black and white version and the color version. The black and white version works perfectly fine, just like most other manuals. However, the color version, it just adds a little bit to it. I don't know what it is. I can't put my finger on it. But it adds to it having the color version. I'm a big fan of the color version. A lot of the stuff in here is stuff that I've already covered in the past. So it's not necessarily a whole lot of new learning for me. But I'm looking forward in finishing diving through it. Just because there's some really good stuff that I've already seen just from skimming through that I know is going to tailor in with the other stuff that I already know and I've already read. Now, I understand there's some of you that are already tactical gods and you don't need no stinking book. I get it. I mean, some of you were born that way. You already know it all. You don't need a stupid book to tell you how to do stuff. Great. God bless. Carry on. For the rest of us mere mortals, having these books on hand are gonna be a godsend. And I really, really like that this one ties in to the first and second manuals. It makes for a good flowing system. You get through the first two, you start practicing that stuff, then you get into this one, you start getting more into the execution, and it just builds upon your knowledge base. Now, that all said, remember, just reading a book is not going to make you proficient at this stuff. You have to actually go out and practice it. And you got to practice it in the exact manner that you would do it. For some of you, that's going to be difficult because that means you actually have to put on your gear, put on the appropriate clothing, and go outdoors into the world and do things. I know that's tough, but I got faith in you. You can do it. Okay? You just got to push yourself. So check this out. I will put a link in the description box to the website where you can pick this up. They've got all the other Professional Citizen Project manuals over there, as well as some other stuff that you may find useful for your purposes out in the field doing the things. Check them out, peruse through, and maybe it'll be of some use to you. If not, well, I appreciate you showing up and listening anyway. As always, guys, you got to get out there and practice, just like I just said, and do the things. The clock is ticking, and it's probably ticking faster than I think a lot of people realize. So don't waste any time. Get out there and get after it. I'll catch you guys later.